Stephen Cordeño, KOR Sports. We're here with Papa Garcia. Man, man, seeing your boy, man, he looks healthy. He looks fresh. He looks rejuvenated. Would you say you're seeing those same things in the ring?
You know, first of all, I want to thank God because it's a blessing seeing him back in the ring. But yes, I see him rejuvenated. I see him that he's ready. He's been preparing. It's been a long journey, but we're back. And I always tell people we're gonna start where we left off. That's all. I mean, you know, we're happy about the whole situation.
Well, I'm hearing sparring rumors, bro. You could tell me no one's watching. What were you there the day the sparring partner's jaw got broken? You heard?
I've been with Ryan since he was 7 years old when he just started. So I'm used to a few things, okay? But lately, I have been seeing some interesting sparring sessions, and yes, they've been devastating. And we're just trying to tell him now that, hey, you know, just like Joe said, you want to go 4 rounds or you want to go 10 rounds? You know, so Ryan just eases up now. And I think that's a good thing, you know, because you want to work, you know, and we do work.
Right.
But here's the natural instinct on your opponent that if you hit, it's almost a natural instinct that you're going to say, wow, okay, you want to hit hard? Okay, then we're going to hit hard. I mean, you know, David Benavidez, you know, when I took Lawrence King to go spar him, Lawrence hit him. He wanted to knock out Lawrence, you know. So, I mean, it's just natural instinct.
Sparring naturally escalates the more rounds.
And sparring, I'm not kidding you. Sparring, for all you people, that could be worse than a real fight. Because there's no judges, there's no referees, there's nobody. And coaches are like, you know what you're getting into, so be careful.
Right. Oh man, it's always fun to be in the gym with sparring because you see the stories that you hear about all the time. You know what I mean? And so I'm sure Ryan's sparrings are excellent. Man, looking at to go sparred Kambosos is in the Kambosos camp. You know, Ryan's coming off of the hand surgery. He's long time off and all that stuff. Is this like the perfect guy at this point in Ryan's career?
Well, at this point, I would say yes because, you know, Tego's been out of the ring for a while. Ryan's been out of the ring for a while. So it's, you know, it's a good fight. It's a good fight. It's not something that we're going to continue. We're going to fight better opponents. But, hey, no disrespect to Tego because Tego, hey, he's won continuously, right? And there's a reason for that. So we never take anybody lightly. However, if you know my son knows how to fight. And that's something that you better watch out for.
Speaking of Tego, he's like we were saying, he's in Kambosos camp. Kambosos now signed to Devin Haney. It's signed, sealed, delivered. Yeah. I know you guys have a lot of history with Devin Haney. One thing before I move on from that, I hear Devin and Ryan kind of dispute their amateur record. You want to set the record straight for me?
I'm going to clear it up, and it's 3-3.
3-3,
no
okay.
doubt, you know. And Ryan gave Devin Haney his first 8 count out in Oxnard.
A knockdown or actual, like he was buzzed?
Well, when you get hit and you know wobble and it's solid, that ref is going to give you a standing 8. You know, however, in West Virginia, you know, Ryan busted his eardrum and beat him there. But Devin Haney's a good fighter. On the other side, Devin Haney, you know, rushed Ryan, got the win. You know, so it's 3-3. No ifs or buts.
Right.
I'm his dad. I know these things. Right. And don't let his father tell you anything.
When I'm with Bill, I'll remind him what you said for sure.
He's a good man. He's a good man. But come on, brother. It's 3-3.
Right. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Come on. They're both good. They're both good, right? Right. I mean, that's why we're here. You know, but he did tell me one day, he goes, hey, Henry, we'll meet each other. And he told me years back, he goes, we're going to meet each other. I said, yeah, we will, you know, and you never know, right?
Hopefully. I thought you were about to give something up. Is it going to happen? Is it going to happen?
I know it is. Now, as far as your question about who I favor for Haney and Kambosos, well, you know, here's the thing. I like Haney, okay. Kambosos is okay, you know, but it's risky. To me, that's a risky fight. Because if you remember Pacquiao fighting Jeff Horn,
right.
Okay, you know, and I know, well, I don't know, and most people know that Pacquiao won that fight, you know. Just like when he fought, you know, Tim Bradley. You know he won. Okay. Things like that can happen, especially when you're way out in a different country, right? That's the risky part, okay? And then here's another risky part, is that Devin Haney doesn't have that knockout power. So if you don't knock that person out, you're leaving it up to the judges. Out in Australia, whoo, brother, you better be careful. Okay, now, here's another scenario. When Errol Spence fought Cal Brook, what did he do? He stopped him. That's how you win when you go out there. You don't leave it to the judges. You got to knock these guys out. That's why I don't mind going to Australia, because we're going to knock you out. We got knockout power. But if you ain't got knockout power, brother, I don't know.
Could be a long night. Could be a long night. Yeah, for sure.
For me, it's risky.
Right. No, understandable.
Yeah,
You make perfect sense. We've seen it before.
You've seen it.
We've seen it before.
So history does repeat itself.
No, you're not lying there. Another one I want to get your take on, man. Rolly versus Tank. I heard Ryan say earlier, Rolly has really good knockout power, and it kind of comes out of nowhere. Is that something the Tank's really going to have to be cautious of?
We sparred Rolly a while back, you know, and I'm glad we did, because, you know, we learned something. He learned something. You know, the guy is a warrior. The guy is like, back in the day, you know, they call him Torito. What's his name? Tony Ayala Jr. You know, he's like that. He's like, he don't care. He doesn't care. You can hear him you hear it in his voice.
Right.
He doesn't care, and that's a good attitude to have. A little careless, but he doesn't care. And when somebody doesn't care, you better care. Right. Okay. Because that dude's going to swing, bro. And if he connects, you know, he's got power. See, that's the thing. He's got power.
Yeah.
See, there's a difference there. And like my son said, you know, that Tank in his old fights, the previous fights that he had, he gets hit. He tends to get hit. So when you get hit like that, you know, your percentage goes down.
Especially against a guy like Rolly.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right. Henry, thank you so much, brother, for your time, man. It's great seeing you, man, as always. Thank you.